to the Ottawa City Commission study session. We'll start with public comments. Do we have any?
None registered.
Thank you. Moves on to items to be placed on a regular city commission agenda, which is the minutes from our March 20th study session, the March 27th study session, and our April 3rd study session. Commissioners, you get a chance to read over those. You okay with moving those on to the agenda? Okay, thank you. I'll move us on to items for presentation and discussion. The first one is a continued discussion of an extension request by Premier Victoriato for IRB sales tax exemption.
Tyler's on.
Tyler's on. Tyler, you there?
I'm here. Good afternoon, Mayor and Commissioners. Are we ready for the discussion on the premier item?
Yes, please.
All right. Well, thanks for bearing with my technical difficulty here. This is the continuation of discussions we've had, I think, the last two study sessions, and it relates to the development agreement between the city and the Premier Victory Auto Dealership team. As we've discussed, the dealership currently has a facility on West 23rd Street, and they're in the process of relocating that facility to East 23rd Street and building a second dealership. There's an agreement with the city that was put in place in early 2022 to reimburse certain of the related infrastructure costs and to provide a sales tax exemption for certain of the vertical costs of constructing the dealership. As we visited about, construction has been delayed on the project. And so we have reached an agreement with the dealership team to extend the dates to get started and to complete construction on certain of the improvements. So under the existing agreement, they were to have obtained their building permit by last July 1st. And we are extending the date that they need to get their building permit to this coming July 1st. And that's for the first dealership building, and that's for the related public improvements. And we've also discussed with them extending the completion dates for getting that public infrastructure built to September 1st of this year and to completing the building itself by August 1st of 2024. So that's all based on the discussions we've had here at the commission, including the discussion with the representative from the dealership team last week. And so as a result of those discussions, I've prepared a couple of documents, which I think may have been in your agenda packet for the study session this afternoon. One is an amended and restated development agreement, and there are two related resolutions. One resolution approves that amended and restated development agreement, and the second resolution extends the sales tax exemption for construction of the first building. So I'll stop there and see if there are any questions. That was a lot of information that I just provided you.
Commissioners, any questions for Tyler so far? I don't believe so, Tyler. If you got any more, you can continue.
I think that unless there are any additional questions, I would request that these two resolutions, the one resolution authorizing the amended and restated development agreement, which modifies the dates, and the second resolution, which extends the sales tax exemption for the industrial revenue bonds, that the commission consider placing both of those items for formal consideration at your April 19th commission meeting.
Tyler, I know Victory Auto was supposed to be started at this point, and the IRB was to be kicked in, and so on and so forth. Can you tell us if there's been any ill or negative effect that the city's incurred since they have not started at this point?
That's a good question. There's no negative effect to the city that I'm aware of. It really just means that they haven't been able to expand their operations and utilize their sales tax exemption to the fullest extent that they otherwise would have had they been farther along with construction by now.
And any sales tax that they would have, well, upon completion, we would be receiving is going to eventually come. It's just going to come at a later date.
Yeah, they will when they, and there are two parts to that. The first part is in the development agreement with the dealership, we have agreed to offer them industrial revenue bonds. The bonds aren't being used as true financing, but they provide a sales tax exemption on construction materials and equipment. And so the city will forego those sales taxes incurred during construction. And that's a typical incentive tool that this project has received and that several other development projects have received in the city. And so those sales taxes will not be forthcoming to the city, but once the dealership gets constructed and they start selling vehicles from that location, I would anticipate an increase in the sales tax that the city collects based on that increased revenue from the expanded facility.
Great, thank you. Commissioners, do you have any other questions for Tyler? Are you okay with moving the two items that Tyler suggested onto our regular agenda? No, do. Tyler, thank you. We appreciate it.
All right, thank you all.
All right, that'll move us on to item 2, which is an application for cereal malt beverage license for Casey's at 2243 Princeton Street.
Good afternoon, Mayor Commissioner. We received an application for a new CMB license. This will be, Casey's is purchasing Minute Mart located at 2243 Princeton Street. So with the sale of this, they do require a new cereal malt beverage license, and they will not be taking over until April 19th. So your request is approved, with this new place on the April 19th agenda.
It's located exactly at the corner.
This is on the corner of 23rd and Princeton. It's across from Wendy's, across from McDonald's, at the corner.
Any other questions, Commissioners?
Yeah.
Why not? Okay.
We make it a dozen.
I know.
Sure they can.
You can go
And this will be for off-premises sales. Off-premises sales, obviously, but
right there.
Commissioners, do you want to see this again, or are you okay with moving this on to our agenda? We'll do that. Thank you. All right, that'll move us on to item 3, which is Oakstar Bank Edition replat with Jenna. How are you this afternoon?
Good, how are you?
Good.
This is a written application on behalf of Oakstar Bank. We approved the site plan in 2022 for Oakstar Bank, a new building with drive-through operation. That project is currently under construction. And as part of the site plan review, they agreed to dedicate an amount of 10 feet on 23rd Street of right of way. So basically, we're just, I do have a presentation. We're to replat just to clean up what's there. It's a portion, it's one and a portion of another that they've purchased. And that's just part of their agreement with the site plan to do that for us. So, there are no public improvements. Thank you. This is where it's located. It's right north of the Holiday Inn. This is in, so it's the they have lot 1 there that they own, and then they also own this portion of lot 5. So it's a significant these 2 pieces. And so the replat was approved by the planning commission with a vote of 6-0 in favor of the replat on February 8th. And the regular meeting, staff believes this proposal is in conformance with subdivision regulations and recommends moving this item to the next regular meeting for consideration and approval.
If there's any questions? Do you want to look at this one again, or would you like to move it to our agenda on, I believe it's a night.
I'm fine with moving this on.
I agree. I think that the planning commission is probably doing a thorough review and a 6-0 vote. I'm okay with that. Thank
Very
you.
much.
Appreciate it. Moving on to comments by our city manager.
I'd like to pass along, grant that conveyed that USB 290 has done a facilities tour. The features are coming in service today, and they want to pass along their thanks to city commission and utility employees for showing them where their power, their water, and their waste goes to. And I think that anytime that they take the time to learn about basic municipal services is a good thing. So I personally appreciate them passing that along into your crew, showing and educating our educators. So, and then I'm still getting up to speed, and I'll have I think a more detailed comment period as we come down the pipe here. And I'll do so with a more formal written structure as we proceed. But right now, I'm still drinking from the fire hose.
Thank you. Comments by city commissioners, Commissioner Graves,
I have no comment.
Commissioner Clayton,
No comment.
Mayor Pro Tem Skidmore. All right, I have no comments either. Couple announcements, 17th of April, we have a study session here at 4 p.m. and then 19th is our regular meeting at 10 a.m. Anything else coming before the commission? I'll adjourn.